Primarily, the jab does this. You rotate the shoulder 1/8 of a turn, 1/8 of a turn. The elbow comes up just like the straight right hand, and it goes straight in. Rotate, elbow up, straight in. That's a power punch. Watch me again. Turn the shoulder 1/8 of a turn, elbow up, straight in. Did I say it? Now, years ago, I was teaching a speed jab, where you got a string coming down attached to the elbow, and as you punch, that string pulls that elbow straight up, rotates over. That's a speed jab. A speed jab, you bring the fist inside the shoulder, and you just go straight. It's just for speed. A power jab, it's out here, just like the straight right hand. Okay, up, straight in. Up, straight in. Is everybody sit? All right, so try those two punches. Watch me. Once you step in, turn the shoulder, lift the elbow up, jab. Step in, turn the shoulder, lift the elbow up, straight in with the jab. Then let it flow. I go around the country and I get karate guys coming up to me trying to teach me how to punch. Okay? And I've never seen a karate man yet that can throw a decent punch. Not yet. Okay? And I've seen a lot of black belts tell me they can punch. They still think you keep the elbow in tight, just like you do this way, like a karate punch. You keep it in tight. Well, Mr. Lewis, you're punching straight. I don't care about it being straight. This is a power punch. I want that sucker to see what's coming. So when he goes home crying to his mommy, telling him what knocked him out. But if you step in like that, like they do in karate tournaments, you're going to die against a guy who knows how to box, a guy's got good hands, especially a taller dude. So I'm still using this footwork, 1, 2. But I'm changing a little bit with the head movement. Off to the side. Now watch the rear foot come up. Snake up. Boom. Everybody sit?
You show the left hand when you sit
Yeah.
out.
So watch. If I'm actually sparring him, I might tease him, jab the chest, then sit up. Boom. I'm not just going to step right into that move. Right. So whenever you fire a cut kick, don't just go boom, boom, kick. Boom, boom, kick. Always angle first, then set it up. Same thing with the knee stretch. I go boom, boom. Once I shoot, if I'm going to go multiple knees, if I go leg, I'm not going to come right back up leg. I like to go leg, reposition, then go. Reposition, then go if I'm tripling up on it. Same thing with cut kicks. Boom, boom. Angle out, I can reach his chest. Now I want to do 2 cut kicks. I'm not going to go boom, boom. As soon as I go boom here, reset, then come back here. Always angle before you fire. Is that clear, everybody? So if I'm sparring, I say line him up with a jab. Now you understand that concept. What does it mean to line him up with a jab? I can line him up with a jab, angle out, cut. I can line him up with a jab, pow, pow, pow. That's why in boxing I always say, when you clear, when you disengage, always, always, always jab out. Now I say jab out, go out the head. So you don't jab the head. Or you jab the chest. Then you come downstairs, get back upstairs. Working the chest. Now, the tall guy, line him up with 3 jabs. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, boom, right here. Don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. Low, high, low, back upstairs right hand. So watch. You're going to go chest, head, chest, boom, back upstairs. See what they did? Okay, so you do the same thing, watch it. Kind of tease him with like a little inside cross cut. Change your angle. Jab the chest. Change angle again. Fake the left hook, back right in. Now watch it one more time. Watch it. I'm here. Pivot. Turn the hip through the center line. Then throw the punch. All right. Now here's where the elbow comes into play. Watch it. Hip through the center line. Elbow up. See the elbows up. Level the knuckle. Straight in. Boom. Okay. Hip punch. Hip punch. Hip first punch. Hip first punch. Hip punch. Did everybody see it? The hip goes first?
Question.
Yes, sir. Pivot on the ball of that foot. You pivot on the ball of the foot first. Let this hip turn through the center line. Then you release the punch. Watch. Pivot. Hip through the center line. Then punch. Hip punch, hip, punch. I'm still seeing some of you guys doing this. You're throwing the shoulder and hips not moving. Accuracy is the holy grail, so you want to kind of work on the accuracy. Sometimes when I'm hooked, come here, big guy. Sometimes when I'm turning this way, if I'm going for the body, if I throw a right hook to the body, I like to turn it over, pronated. Boom, see it down this way. Okay, it's kind of like the way Tony Zell knocked out Rocky Graziano twice. He stepped out, he threw a right hook here, stepped up, left hook straight down the middle. Got me? Yeah. Sometimes I'm a little afraid of maybe hitting this iliocrest, which is the bone on the side of the hip. They learned that 2,000 years ago in sword fighting. When the Persians came over and started fooling around with the Macedonians, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, remember that? Boy knows his stuff, man. All right, everybody ready? Position? All right, now let's work on the hook. Listen. Now what? At home, watch this. If you work on your footwork a little bit, if I'm facing my opponent, my head's directly between his shoulders. What I like to do on the hook is I want to step out so my head's about 4 inches outside of his shoulders. See? And then come across. Step out, the head's 4 inches outside the shoulder. Pivot, elbow up. See how we create an angle? I got both hands free where I can cut him, I can grab him, or I can hit him. I don't need blocking. Not some big stuff like this. Does it make sense, all right? Yes, sir. Okay. So, 1, 2, turning, hitting. Jab, he comes back over the top, see? Turning, boom, boom, back up. Once we hit, you can bump out, come back with a predicate. So you understand what we work on. Okay, good, everybody? Do a couple more, and then we'll do a little something more before we go. I want you to understand your stabilizer muscles. Everybody understand the term stabilizer muscles? When you're doing a bench press, when you're doing push-ups, when you're punching, two primary stabilizer muscles are your lats and your rhomboids. Okay? And you keep your elbows in tight like this, you're not using your lats or your rhomboids. And primarily, you're not using your deltoids. So, when you punch, watch. As I turn the hip through the center line, see the hand starts off here on the chin. Now, as I turn, the hand doesn't move. See the shoulder comes up right behind the fist. So your line of power, like if I'm doing push-up, I want my palms right in front of my armpits. See my palms right in front of the armpits? Right. Some guys get a much better bench press if the hands are out a little bit wider like so. But I don't want your hands here. Some coaches say they punch off the chin, back to the chin, which I think is a little ridiculous because you're losing power that way. I'll start the punch from the chin. So, I'm going to step out like I'm going to hit him with the left hook. There we see it. Then watch my head. My head's going to snake in it. I'm going to kind of form a U, back right hand. So watch. Like I'm setting up the left hook, step over, boom, back right hand. Boom, here, step over, back. So watch it. Kind of like a little dip, like I'm loading up left hand. Loading up left hand. Set. Dip under, back over the top right hand. All right, so that's how I'm walking into it. Here, stepping in again. I drop down, so avoid a counter punch. Let this hip turn through the center line, then you release the punch. Pivot, hip through the center line, then punch. Throwing the shoulder and hips not moving. That's called slapping. Okay, if I want to see guys punch like that, I'll watch the UFC. None of those suckers can punch properly. Okay, they're knocking each other out. Okay, because once in a while you get a guy that's got a glass jaw. But classic again, Randy Couture is a good fighter, but he can't take a punch up here. Chuck Liddell knocked him out with a slap here and a slap here, twice. They're not making fun of it. You know, I don't see how guys got a big neck and no chin. So when you're fighting, first thing they're going to do, they're going to check you out right here. And the second place you're going to check out, they're going to check you out right here. You got to have it both places. That makes sense, everybody?
Yes, sir.